evening, and welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. I'm Alison Donnelly, and today is Monday, April 15th, Tax Day.
Yes, it is. I'm Rob Churnside, and I'm glad to be here. Glad we paid our taxes.
Yeah, me too. So we were just talking about how Earth Day is coming up on April 22nd, but it is really kind of Earth Month. There's a whole lot of stuff going on around the county.
Yes, had a busy weekend last weekend, and busy weekend coming up. The Easter Bunny's coming.
That's true, that's true.
And I'm thinking that with Earth Day coming up, I'm doing everything I can to help the planet.
What are you doing?
Well, I talked with Cliff Engel about the Household Hazardous Waste Day
True.
last week on the show.
True, you're raising awareness.
And so I'm gathering all my household hazardous waste to give to Cliff. Figure it'd be a nice present for him.
Of course.
And I planted stuff in the garden today, or actually over the weekend. Tomatoes, which I had to cover up because it's going to get really cold tonight.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I planted a couple trees over the weekend, so that was fun. I'd never done that before.
We should all do our part. That's what I think.
I agree. And we've got Trash Bash coming up. Also the Household Hazardous Waste Day weekend, the 29th, I believe.
That's where citizens could go out and collect trash.
Yep.
What a great idea.
That's a great
Instead
idea.
of throwing it out to their car.
Yeah. So on tonight's show, we have George Wolkind from the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we have Anita Casteel from the Ryan's Birthday Party Foundation. And then we've got Cecil TV's coverage of Cecil Con, which was on Friday and Saturday.
I heard good things about Cecil Con.
Oh, yeah. I always hear great things about Cecil Con.
Well, I can't wait to see.
And now for the news. A Maryland State Trooper from the Northeast Barrack has been named Trooper of the Year. On Friday, Trooper First Class Charles Tittle became the 2018 statewide Maryland State Police Trooper of the Year. Superintendent Colonel William Pelozzi presented awards for outstanding service and recognized sworn and civilian employees of the year at barracks and units throughout the department. The non-commissioned Officer of the Year for the Maryland State Police was awarded to Sergeant John Bedell of the Computer Crimes Unit. Colonel Pelozzi said, "These awards represent the highest level of performance, achievement, commitment, and dedication." During 2018, TFC Tittle responded to 892 calls for service and made 175 warrant arrests, a 56% increase over his warrant arrests in 2017. He made 45 adult drug arrests and arrested 34 impaired drivers. Tittle made almost 1,000 traffic stops and issued 2,318 citations, which were 20% of all citations issued by barrack troopers at Northeast. And Cecil County Public Schools received a report card of sorts. The data for the class of 2018 presented to the Cecil County Board of Education last week showed that CCPS achieved an all-time high graduation rate of 91.25%, breaking the 91% mark for the first time ever. The CCPS rate exceeds the state average of 87.67% by almost 4 points. In addition, CCPS reached an all-time low dropout rate of 6.59%, a drop of 8 percentage points since 2010. The CCPS rate is lower than the state dropout rate of 8.38%. Calling the data a reflection of the system's focus on each individual student, Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Lawson said, "Statistics consistently show the correlation between the success of an individual and whether or not he or she graduated high school, and the same correlation is true for a graduation rate's impact on a community as a whole." Has anyone ever said to you, "Your money is no good here"? Starting next October, that will be the message as the Maryland Transportation Authority begins cashless toll collection at the Hayden Bridge. Currently, 93% of Hayden Bridge users use EasyPass, and others are encouraged to obtain a free EasyPass on-the-go transponder. Maryland eliminated transponder fees in 2018. The MDTA says that cashless tolls decrease congestion, improve safety, and reduce emissions. Finally, the Cecil County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in locating Tony Borum, aka Antonio Borum. He's 15 years old and was last seen in the Northeast area on Friday, April 12th. He's 5'3", 117 pounds, and was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt, black Adidas pants, and blue Nike Air Max sneakers. If you have information, please call Detective Price at 410-392-2124 or via email at tyler.price@ccdps.org. We'll be back after a word from these sponsors.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Good evening and welcome back to 30 at 6. Ryan's Birthday Party is a locally based organization that provides costumes to kids battling cancer all over the country. Anita Casteel is the president of the organization, and she's here tonight to tell us about the organization itself and their upcoming fundraiser. Anita, thanks so much for being here.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me about Ryan's Birthday Party and how it got started.
Okay. So pretty much most of my career I have been in fundraising. So in 2015 we found out that my grandson Ryan, who was 3 years old, had a very rare brain cancer. And while he was in the hospital at Nemours A.I. DuPont Children's Hospital, he turned 4 at the hospital. He loved Halloween, so we did a great big giant Halloween party for him in one of the conference rooms. The next year, we knew that it probably would be his last birthday. And so when he turned 5, we did a really large community birthday party at a local church. We had 500 people. We raised $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. Rising Sun Fire Department brought out every piece of equipment. And we gave $1,000 to Make-A-Wish, $1,000 to Give Kids the World, $1,000 to his hospice, $1,000 to Nemours, and $1,000 to a local family. And there were so many people that blessed us, and we realized that so many people were doing things for us that we really needed a place to funnel the amount of money that was coming in. So the next year, he died January 4th, 2016 at 5. And pretty much while he was sick, those 15 months, I bought him 15 Halloween costumes. And we saw how much joy it brought him.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of turned going to the doctor, sitting in the hospital, into fun. It wasn't just thinking about cancer every day.
Right.
So the next year, when he was, while he was gone, it was 2016 at that point. In May, I started a 501c3, and we just decided we were going to find children throughout the United States, and anybody who wanted a costume, we were going to bless them. But it's also Ryan's Birthday Party Foundation.
Right.
So what we do is we do a birthday party in a box. So if, like today, I found a child who's 15 in Oklahoma, and she also has brain cancer. It's a different kind. But I contact the mother. I say, hey, you know, tell me who she wants to be. Let me know when her birthday is, because we feel like when a child is sick, every day should be a birthday party. So they get napkins, plates, banners, everything to have a blowout birthday party, because they might not make it to the next birthday.
Right.
So Saturday, while we were at Cecil Con, I actually got a text from a little girl that I had wanted to be Moana, and found out the mother texted me while we were there and said, guess what? All of her things came today, and today is actually her birthday.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right. So that was pretty cool. But
yeah, that's such an amazing story, and such an amazing, like a unique take on creating a benefit for other people out of the tragedy that your family faced.
Yeah.
So you guys have also done some local work.
Yes. Yeah. Daily, I order costumes. So at this point, we've handed out 620 costumes to all 50 states and 15 countries. And since we became a 501c3, May of 2016. But Ryan, after they did surgery, chemo, and radiation. And after the surgery, it was as if he had had a stroke. He had to relearn how to sit up, had to learn how to walk. So he couldn't get on a lot of the local swings and a lot of the equipment. So I went to his elementary school and said, you know, I'd love to be able to do something in his memory. And, you know, my idea was, you know, can I plant some trees and maybe some flowers and have a little garden? And she said, you know, this year 8 children have broken their arms on the outdated equipment.
And that's Rising Sun.
Rising Sun, yes. Ryan was able to attend school for 2 months. So when I sat down with the principal and I said, oh, could I plant some trees and maybe have a little memory garden? She's like, I know you. Why don't we redo the playground? So we submitted an application and we were given a $350,000 grant from the state of Maryland, largest grant in the state of Maryland that has ever been given out. My foundation just had to provide $35,000 of that. So we did a lot of local fundraisers to be able to raise the $35,000 that we needed. So many area businesses were awesome. There probably wasn't a business in Rising Sun that didn't donate. I mean, the town was
fantastic.
Great. So we actually raised $385,000 and put in 2 handy-capable playgrounds in Rising Sun Elementary. One is actually a wheelchair swing that an entire wheelchair can get on this piece of equipment. Yeah, and they can swing right in the wheelchair. So that was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we were very happy.
So you have a fundraiser coming up very soon on the 27th.
We do. You guys were talking about Earth Day.
Right.
So, you know, part of being in fundraising is about relationships and making those connections. And the Kilby family, they brought out the Kilby Cream Mobile to our house. They have been at all of our events and provided everything for free. I babysat the Kilby children when they were little. Now they're all adults. But Bill Kilby also, in addition to running the farm, runs the Cecil Land Preservation Trust.
Yes. And
so they donate their land at the farm so that West Nottingham Academy students who run cross-country track can use their land to run. And Bill's like, oh, Anita, it'd be a great fundraiser if you did a 5K on our land.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to do that, but I went and spoke at West Nottingham Academy, and they have 135 students from all over the world. And 28 of the kids came forward and said, look, we want to be able to help you. You know, we want to be able to serve and be a part of what you're doing. So I've been meeting with those students once a month. We formed a board, formed a committee, and we've been, you know, I've been kind of teaching them how you do events, but they're so awesome. The high school kids are just amazing. So they're doing an Earth Day celebration, and it will be a costumed 5K and walk on their property.
Right.
Fire Tower Brewery will be open.
Cool.
You know, in case you're interested in running and drinking. Maybe run first, then drink.
Maybe.
Yeah. But the land is just absolutely beautiful. There's ponds, and they're going to give all the funds to us.
So it's a costume 5K.
It is a costumed 5K.
People are encouraged to dress up.
To dress up in costume, yeah.
How much does it cost to sign up?
You know, the kids all planned all of this. I know that you can do a team of 4 for $10. You can sign up individually for $20. If you go right on the West Nottingham Academy website,
you can sign up there.
Facebook website, yeah. You can sign up with them.
Cool. So that's April 27th. What time?
11 o'clock. There's a lot of things happening that day. There's the Cecil biking, so that's in the morning.
The land trust.
Yes, and then the church is also doing a West Nottingham Academy Presbyterian Church is doing a big yard sale. So we tried to wrap all 3 of them together so that people can do multiple events in one day.
I think it's totally doable.
I think so. To keep everybody busy, out of trouble. Yeah.
Okay, so where can people go to sign up? The West Nottingham
Academy website. Yeah.
Okay, well, I encourage our viewers to check out that 5K. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Anita Casteel is president of Ryan's Birthday Party Foundation. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
And now 30 at 6, let's give a big welcome to my buddy, George Wolkind, president of the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Welcome to 30 at 6.
Amen, brother.
Now, you have a vaguely familiar look. Did you used to work for the IRS?
No, actually, I worked for the FBI for a while. But I wound up in Joliet prison, then later at Cook County because I was caught with my hand in a till.
What? You're that Jake guy.
Yeah. I'm Jake and Elwood Blues, part of the Bluish people. And we're here to save rock and roll. We're on a mission from God to save rock and roll. And we're here to let everybody know that the people, the energies of jazz and the energies of of the blues got together, had a baby, and they called it rock and roll, and we're here to save it.
And you're here to raise money too, right?
Yes, we absolutely need money. It's become a full-time job, and we're doing great things. We had an induction ceremony last July 15th, and we inducted Teddy and the Continentals, Larry Tucker, a whole bunch of wonderful people.
All these folks are inducted into the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, and right now the Hall of Fame doesn't have a building, but what it does have is a website. Just go Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website. We have a Facebook page, and we have all the people that we put in there, and you can participate in saving rock and roll by supporting us.
Amen, brother. Now you're having a party, May 5th?
Oh, we're having a party. May 5th at the Baby Grand Opera House. I was going to say hotel, but no, it's not a hotel. It's a Baby Grand Opera House from 2 to 5 o'clock. It's on a Sunday. We have several great blues entertainers, the Kitty Mayo Band, the Kitty Mayo and the Venom Blues Band, and we have a local gal from Newark who's going to bring her band, Reagan Neville Stewart, and Bridge Out. And we're also bringing in Bones Malone. He was the horn section of the David Letterman show, and they wrote the original chart music for the Blues Brothers.
And I think he was in the movie too, wasn't he?
Yes, he was in the movie, and I was in the movie too, me and Elwood.
Match. Now these tickets are reasonably priced for this event.
Oh yeah, it's only $35, and it'll keep us going for another couple of more years. Well, actually, till the next benefit.
And how could a person or hundreds of people get these tickets?
All you have to do is call the Baby Grand Opera House, not hotel.
Right. Okay, and that's May 5th, 2 to 5.
Yes, and I'll be there. Me and Elle will be there. We're going to do a few tunes, and I'm going to try and do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the cartwheel that he does in the movie.
Well, you can have a stunt double do that. Maybe I'll do it for you.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah.
Right. So
I'm trying to channel Jake right now, but
you're doing a great job.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I didn't. I'm good at making a fool out of myself.
And, maybe we get a job for you on Cecil TV.
Sure,
I can be my stunt double.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
George,
you're raising money for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you're getting ready. You're poised to open up a actual bona fide facility in Newark.
Yes, you wouldn't believe this, but we have an exhibit at the Newark Historical Society.
Wow.
And it's the old train station in Newark, off 896. Train goes right by it, and we have a big exhibit, and we got things like, we have stuff like this that's honoring another Newark band, George Thurgood, the Delaware Destroyers. And you can see, and we have a bunch of other bands, Sin City, good grief, a whole bunch of local Newark bands are going to be there.
Awesome.
And we're opening up for that April 28th, and we got a great band playing for them. It's going to be Steve Nardo's Magical Mystery. They do Beatles tribute stuff.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, I'll be there backing them up, if they need somebody.
Well, that led to my next question.
What?
Because you're an instrumentalist in your own right as well.
Oh, man, I'm fabulous. I can sing Soul Man, I can sing Sweet Blues, Sweet Home Chicago. I used to love Chicago. I had a room in Cook County Jail before.
We heard about that. So, George, do you play an instrument of any sort?
Yes, I play an instrument. It was really funny because my friend played in a band up in New York City, a jazz band. He invited me up. And that was when the trains were only $8, So I went up there, and the sax player said, "Well, where's your axe?" And I pulled it out, and I said, "There's my axe."
It's a kazoo.
It's a kazoo.
I've always wanted to learn how to play one.
Well, this is what happened. I got on the stage and I blew the place away. When they learn about jazz, you don't have to learn any songs, you just play notes. The whole place went crazy. But the sax player got all upset. He gets on the microphone. He cusses. He says, "Son of a gun."
Okay.
And he says, "I went to Juilliard for 4 years." And the drummer goes, "Bang, we all went to Juilliard." "Yeah, but this son of a gun went to Woolworths."
Well, did we miss anything? The concert, May 5th.
May 5th.
The opening of the exhibit at the train station in Newark,
Yeah, the
April 28th.
the Newark Historical Society.
Right.
April 28th.
And you're going to give me kazoo lessons, right?
Absolutely. $25 an hour. 15.
Okay, deal.
Wonderful.
Thank you, George.
All right. Let me get out of here.
Hello, I'm Hannah Rodenbaugh here at Cecil Con with Brandon Bose, the video game master and co-coordinator of Cecil Con 2019. So, Brandon, tell me, how's Cecil Con treating you so far?
Cecil Con's been treating us great so far. Last night we had a kickoff party, which was 4 hours. We had about a total attendance between 450 to 500 people just for that little amount of time. And today, since we have 8 hours, we're expecting up to 2,500 to 3,000 people today. And everything's been rolling smoothly so far, so.
That's great. So what makes this year's Cecil Con different from the previous years?
This year's Cecil Con is a huge difference. We have special guests. We have Erin Dean, who wrote the book, mind you, For the Love of Board Games. She flew in from Michigan. She's doing a panel and signings, and her book got kickstarted within an hour, basically. And then we also have the Angry Video Game Nerd here today. He's going to be doing questions and panel. He's a huge YouTube star, and people are really loving that we got the special guest. We have outdoor activities in the courtyard that include Jedi, lightsaber training, and we got a lot of inflatables out there. We have our cosplay competition moved up to the theater this year. And on top of that, we also have our 24-hour game jam. So we've basically had people here from 2 p.m. yesterday, and they've been working all through the night to make a game within one day, so that's extremely exciting. And then on top of that, we also ended up getting over 100 board games donated this year from our game master, Matt Lauder, speaking to a bunch of other publishers. And we also have an escape room, and there's a lot of other things, but I'll cut myself right there, so.
Yes, very cool. Hi, I'm Hannah Rodenbaugh here with Scott Shaw, the coordinator of video game design at Wilmington University. And he is helping out here at the 24-hour game jam. So tell us, what's the purpose of the game jam?
So students are put to task on a prompt where the prompt was peculiar space. So they have 24 hours from 2 p.m. yesterday to 2 p.m. today where they're going to be building a game in Unity. And so they got to build pretty much everything from scratch. So there's a set of requirements that they need. So things like they need an inventory system with at least 3 objects that they can pick up, a particle system, and some other things like that. And then everything's done, like I said, in the Unity engine, which Unity was a big help. They sent like t-shirts and stickers and things like that, and part of the prize pack and things like that. So that's what they're competing for. And then they're probably writing code in C# and using that as their back-end framework for the stuff that's built in Unity. So they have a very limited amount of time, and so it's a huge challenge, plus just fatigue of being up for 24 hours and doing some really intense work.
We are here with Lori and Kate, who are showing off some wonderful steampunk costumes. So tell us a little bit about the process of making this costume.
Well, I do a lot of Renaissance Festival, so that's where the skirt came from, and the rest, I did a lot of purchasing, bits and pieces here and there that I absolutely loved, including the magnificent hat, which I also found actually at a Renaissance Festival. I was surprised. But the bits and bobs that went on after, that's all me. That's me figuring out what else I wanted to do for it. So,
what about you?
I actually picked up most of this actually at thrift stores. I've always really liked fashion in general, and the mix of both industrial and sort of Renaissance-esque sort of is really interesting to me. Actually, all of this I did on my own, more or less. I would pick it up and sort of alter it as needed. So
You got some very interesting goggles.
yeah, these actually I I will.
Where'd you find those?
The Halloween store.
I'm Hannah Rodenbaugh. We are here at Cecil Con, and we have met a very interesting person. Tell us about yourself.
So my name is Elsa, and I am a lovely pop figure, very similar to this one that you can see right here. A little small, but this is a pop figure that you can buy at most conventions. And I wanted to make a pop figure that was very recognizable, just instantly. So that's why I chose Elsa, and also I like being a princess. This over here is my Doombot. I threatened to freeze over Latveria, so Doom decided to give me this Doombot to walk me around so I could help get through Cecil Con. I have my icicle, or my snowflake. I made this myself. And then I also got some cool ice powers here, so let's take a look. Just a moment. So this, yeah. And I just wanted to come to Cecil Con and tell everybody how awesome I think this con is.
Well, we are here in the Milburn Stone Theater with some gentlemen who are getting ready to participate in this year's cosplay contest. So I am here with Walter Bushell and Joe DeMonico. And tell us about your costume.
Well, I've done this for years. Indiana Jones, ever since the movies came out, he's my hero. And I'm almost as old as he is now. But no, I like it. A lot of the stuff, the coat, I got at Goodwill in Newark, Delaware for $5. Cut off the cuffs and around the waist, and made it look like his. The bag, his bag, is the bottom of a pair of pant legs that I had, an old pair of pants. His holster I made out of a placemat from Walmart. And a lot of my other stuff I have in my pockets are things I made. Yeah.
Well, the character is called Darth Zool. It's an unknown character from the Star Wars universe. I was working on a Darth Malgus costume with the face piece, and also I was working on a costume from Bill Duran. So since I was having problems with one costume, I managed to merge the two costumes together and come up with this thing. This particular arm piece has 3 words in it: Snowball, Costume, Demonico. So they actually make sense. It's because I did this for a Rotary International dinner as their sort of their theme man for the dinner. This year it was a Star Wars theme, and I think this is my 5th year doing it for the Rotary. And we collect money and we divvy it up to people who really need it. So
We are here with Meredith Bowes, the coordinator for Cecil Con. So Meredith, tell us, how's Cecil Con 2019 going?
It's going really great so far. We had a little bit rain yesterday, which deterred a few folks, but today is beautiful. It's sunny and shining, and it's going great. And everybody should be out here with us. Yeah, tons to do.
So we are here in the theater where the cosplay contest is happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so this is actually a skilled cosplay contest. People have to have made 75% to 100% of their costume. They are being judged by special guest judges we have here today. Sharon Rose is doing our adult individual division. We have Steampunk Batman doing our group cosplay. Melanie McKay is doing our kids, and Christian Conaway and Katie Coe cosplay are really professional, and they are doing our fashion show portion. So these guys have a ton of prizes that they can win, and it's going to be really amazing.
So when you're saying those pieces need to be handmade, does that mean that they can be modified or completely handmade?
That's actually a great question. There can be modified pieces, but we need to see that 75% or 100% of the work was done by the contestant themselves, or if they are wearing the design on behalf of an actual designer or sewer or what have you. It just needs to be, yes, it can be modified, but they need to have done 75% to 100% of the work. Great question.
Very cool. It's a bustle of activity here in the Cecil Con game room, and we are here with Matt, the game master. So Matt, tell us all about what's happening here in the game room.
Yes, so it's been really exciting this year, as it is every year. Con is growing every single year. Today, we're playing games with people of all ages, families, children, teens, adults, doing some light party games, word games, puzzle games, strategy games, and all that kind of stuff. It's been pretty good so far this morning. I think we've properly stocked the room with a good variety of games that people thus far are enjoying, and we're giving away games every half hour, just randomly for fun as like a free raffle. So yeah, it's good this year.